Back at it again. Round 17, baby. Round 17. That's not my fault. You had Boost Mobile, and it ruined my internet connection. That's how bad your internet was.
That is classic Filthbomb production.
That is. You know what,
right,
though?
Are we live or are we not live?
No, we are live, but I just want to say this.
What?
You need to get your internet tested for COVID. It's absolutely atrocious, your internet. And I think you've proven it multiple times.
My internet. Hold on, let's let people trickle in. We don't have many people in here right now.
It's all good.
All right, what room are you in?
I'm in all of them now, baby.
How do you do that? How do you do all of them?
I just shared it. No, I'm only watching in the main Filthbomb room. But that's where all the comments come, because we're streaming out.
Okay, so let me get on that then, because we have to do comments. So I should go in the regular case break room?
Yeah. Chad Sweatman asks, what's up with Zion leaving the bubble? Does it affect card prices? And the answer is no, it does not. It does not affect card prices at all. Because now you're really speculating if you think that is going to affect your card pricing.
I feel like that is the bonus, right? Because he's so high in prices on speculation like other rookies. So if he doesn't play, it's sort of like dangling the carrot in front of you, right? Like,
no, he's going to play. He'll play. It's more the fact that people are starting to panic, like, oh, he might not. You know, it's now you're just speculating. They're looking for something to complain about.
Ooh, Sweatman's hashtag fire John Yo.
Ooh,
so it's not me.
Fire John Yo.
You like
new
that
hashtag starting?
Excuse me?
New hashtag. I like it.
John, they're coming for your throat early.
Who's coming for me?
I've never got a Fire Fred hashtag, so he's staying.
Who's coming for me?
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to do a hashtag Fire Fred because I've been getting Alonzo's and Cano's together. And
Lou said...
See, that just shows you.
Lou said that he is...
Who wants to smoke?
He said who wants to smoke. Lou said he's actually going to fire Fred because he's been getting his Cano's and Alonzo's sent together. So he's going to start a Fire Fred.
But you know what, man? People follow their leader. And when you break now, all you do is throw Alonzo with the scrubs all the time. Like, you don't even give him anything.
I mean, because a non-rookie Alonzo is about as good as a non-rookie Matt Chapman. Let's just call it what it is.
I don't know about all that. See, you know what happens when you throw up names and then I go against it? It makes it look like I don't like the person you're talking about, so it's hard to argue. Because I like Matt Chapman.
There you go.
I like Matt Chapman. Do you? Do you like Matt Chapman?
Yeah, I think if Matt Chapman was in New York, he'd be a stud.
Well, I don't know. The guy played one
The
year
right
and
New
has 53
York.
homers.
The right New York.
53 homers. I mean, I don't know what more you could possibly do, right? I mean, you broke the record. What more do you want?
You could win back-to-back Cy Youngs.
So listen, this is what I want to tell you. So last night, I watched the Mets inter-squad game, right? It was Team Blue versus Team White. And I'll tell you what, as a Met fan, it was fun because of the way they split up the lineups, who was with who, so it was pretty cool. And Michael Wacha pitched, and I'm telling you now, he looked great. I'm not even kidding, he looked great. Now, don't make faces. I don't know. I can't see you, so I don't know. He looked great. But this is the problem. They, with the background noise, the way they were doing it, was straight silly. When guys would come, everything was the same, except it was all simulated noise. So anytime somebody got a base hit or an error, it's like the crowd sound. It's how they would have sounded. But it was so fake because there was nobody there. Like, you saw the stands empty but heard the noise. It was like canned laughter on a TV show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that the way it's gonna be all season with these games?
I mean, I hope they play some music. I mean, it could be quiet in the crowd, but at home they should stream music over it.
They had like constant background noise, so it sounded like chatter and a little bit of noise, but it was silly because I don't know. You're just missing the little things that you hear. You know what I mean?
Richard Cardenas said it's from MLB The Show. That's where they took the sounds from. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. But you know what? It makes sense because when you play those video games, it sounds exactly the same. It was just silly. I mean, the in the back, people behind home plate were like all cardboard cutouts. It was, I don't know.
Michael Trez is actually in the crowd.
I know he is. Yo, he sent me a picture this morning.
That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that funny? He's
That's
like third
so
from the
crazy.
left in the front. That's hilarious.
Crazy. So that's
I think He's the
awesome.
one that mentioned that if you're not a season ticket holder, how much it costs to get a cardboard cutout of you. It's like $86 or something like that.
I'm about to do
Otherwise-
it for the hell of it. I'm about to do the Great Bambino, though.
How funny would that be, though? We should do that. Want to know what, man? Me and you should do that and get 2 seats behind home. That's what we should do.
Let's do it. How much are those?
I don't know. How much could it be?
Lou, I have
He
an
said it was
idea.
He said it was $86 down right field. Hey, Dan Rocco's on. Dan, he should know. Dan, find out how much it is for us to get cardboard cutouts for Met games, and we'll all do it. All the Met fans, and get Steven one. I'll do it in a heartbeat. I
Lou.
don't care what it costs.
Lou, check
What?
out the podcast.
Okay. What do you mean? Check out the podcast. You're stupid. You're gonna do. It's not gonna fit. Are you gonna?
Tell me that's not sick.
Yo, talk. That's funny. Now it's already gone.
It's gone, man. Forget about it.
That's hilarious.
How sick is that, though?
Oh, wait a minute. Dan, he says his was free because he's a season ticket holder. Oh, so that's the deal then. It's a season ticket holder is free. We got to pay $86.
So I'll pay $86 to be behind home plate.
Yeah, but we got to sit together. I don't know if we're going to be behind home plate. They're probably already taken. Oh,
yeah,
man.
probably.
Why do you have Mr. Met anyway, if you're not a Mets fan?
Well, when we used to have the store, before the new store we're making now, 5 years ago, we had like a little hobby shop. And I used to pay people to stand outside with the Mr. Met costume on to get people in the store.
True story?
True story.
Oh, no, you were one of those that spin signs?
No, Mr. Met, bro, come on. If Mr. Met's outside, you're going to want to go see Mr. Met.
Yeah, good job. Sweatman pointed it out. He said, I did this on purpose. I was waiting for somebody to say it. See, I have the outfit on. Where's your Parker?
I know.
You don't want to do that anymore. You were dying yesterday, huh?
Bro, it's treacherous.
Oh, so listen to this. I went on a tangent. So anyway, Alonso was batting 4th. Cespedes was batting 3rd. They were on the same team. They were playing with 2 DHs on each side. So the pitcher didn't have to bat, plus an extra spot. And they could do whatever they want in a squad game, right? So they were both DHs. They didn't play the field. Dom Smith played first base. First play, he made an error. But anyway, I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. I hate to say this. I'm going to say it, man. I feel like I'm a traitor right now.
Don't do it.
He looked chubby to me.
Oh,
I'm nervous.
God.
I'm concerned.
Oh, God.
He looked chubby.
Is this the person you want as your podcast host? The guy that's going to jump ship the second you look chubby?
No, I'm not jumping ship. I got so much invested in him, man. I'm nervous. Like, check this out. A couple days ago when DeGrom came out of the game with the back issue, right? Dan texted me right away in petro mode. He was ready to start marching in the streets, flipping out about DeGrom's injury. And I was like, man, he's going to be fine. He's in the prime of his career right now. He's at that different level. Superstars like him don't get hurt. He's not going to get hurt. Like, I was just believing it. And look at him. He's already in the bullpen today pitching. He's back to normal. Alonso, I'm concerned. I'm not jumping ship. I'm concerned. If I was a parent, I would, watch his portions at dinner time.
If I was a Met fan, I'd be concerned in general, Lou, because that team that's bags right there. That's hefty trash bags.
It's really not. Listen,
Basura, if you're speaking Louis Robert language.
every website has the Mets making the playoffs. Every website, even MLB did their thing today. They have the Braves, Mets, and Nationals all with the same record for that division coming out for the playoffs.
For the first
And-
week?
Well, no, they have them at 33 and 27, both of them. And that's like the 4th overall best record behind like the Astros, Yankees, and Dodgers. After that, everybody else has like 30 wins or less. The Mets are better than you think. I mean, we joke about it, and I know you guys like to give me crap about it, considering the Mets are like little brother to the Yankees. The Mets have a solid team. They're going to do well. Even if it was a 162-game season, they were going to do well.
You should run for
I love
mayor.
the 60.
You should run
Huh?
for mayor. Like, the
It's
fact
true.
that you're trying to make a case for the Mets being good this year just shows
No.
you're
listen,
passionate. At least you're passionate about
No, but-
something, which is good.
dude,
A
this
lot
is
of
the
people
thing.
aren't.
this is the thing. When we talk about the Mets, right? You'll give me this kind of speech. But who's their number 3? Who's their number 2? And then it sounds like scrub asses when I'm like, oh, it's Stroman, oh, it's Matz. Those names aren't sexy. But then I'm thinking last night when I was laying in bed, I'm like, you know what? All teams don't have sexy players. You have like 1 or 2 teams that are stacked from top to bottom. Everybody else, it's not like it used to be with a team chock full of superstars.
Listen,
I mean, am I wrong?
Look, Dan says no credibility because look what they did in the last 60 games last year. And he said check Fangraphs. First off, I've been very successful doing what I'm doing from something called the eye test. I don't need launch angle, exit velocity,
Me either.
spin rate to tell me what a team's record is going to be. First off, you lost Noah Syndergaard. You replaced him with Rick Porcello. That right there is trash bags. Second off, you have Marcus Stroman in your pitching for you guys.
Stroman.
Yeah, everyone loves Stroman. He's great. He's great. If you like 135 whips for a career, he's the guy. You know who else had a 135 whip? Jamie Moyer. Anyways,
he's better than good. He's better than good.
That's what I want. Hey, we got a bunch of guys on our team that are better than good. That's what I want. Our ace, he's better than good.
Nobody has that. And by the way, the Mets had the second best record last year after the All-Star break. I forget who was first.
Who
Dodgers
cares, though? That was last year. Like, you guys, Mets fans are so desperate to hold on to something. You guys are already talking about the second half of last year. That's your positivity. We had the second best record in baseball.
What are you talking about? That's the way it goes.
All right. So you think they're going to...
It's baseball.
You're going to build off it. So you think they're going to come back and be that team going into this season?
Yes. Yes. And by the way, Thor didn't do so great at the end anyway.
You got to believe,
so we're
John,
not
right?
missing much.
Hey, they need something to help.
You don't know what
they need something. Look, James Paxton doesn't turn me on. Anybody that follows me know that I was against that signing from the beginning. I was also against the J.A. Happ signing. I don't like either of them. But what I will say is Garrett Cole turns me the heck on. And
Cole's good.
I love Tanaka. So those are right there. I'll take those two over DeGrom and whoever else your number 2 is. Who is your number 2?
Thor's our number 2.
Michael Wacha?
Oh, you mean now with the injury?
Wacha.
Dude, just listen to this real quick. I'm being serious. Listen. You have DeGrom, right? Best in the game, so that's a plus. Then you have Stroman, Matz, Wacha, Porcello. How's that bad? Seriously, how's that bad?
Bro, every pitcher you just named would be on the waiver wire in my fantasy league.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh my God, who's rostering Michael Wacha?
Wacha looked great last night. I don't
in
care what
an
anybody
intra-squad game with scrubs in it. I heard Mick Ewing was batting 9th. That's brutal.
Why you get McEwing was good?
Oh God! So all right, you lost credibility. Joe McEwing was good.
He was good enough. He was good.
He was good enough. You guys are happy with guys that are better than good. No, our guys are better than good.
Hey, when you pay a guy minimum and he plays every position for you as a filler, he's good. He's serviceable. How about that? He's serviceable. But you're crazy if you don't think well, you didn't see the game. I'm telling you right now, Wacha was...
Bro, anybody could look good in an inter-squad game. Anybody.
They're still pitching against professionals.
Okay. But it's the same reason it's not professionals. It's the same reason why guys dominate in AAA come up and get rocked. It's not the best of the best.
I'll just tell you this. If anybody is collecting pick your teams in your breaks, they need to watch their team's inter-squad games right now. Because I learned so much stuff last night. It was awesome. I'm telling you that now. A lot of cards from like guys over the last couple of years and like Bowman draft and things like that all played. And I never got to see them play really. I thought it was great.
No, I mean, that's a bright spot for you guys. Look, I'll say this. I'm willing to make bets with anybody because I always put my money where my mouth is.
All right, what's the bet?
I don't know. I want to sit down, we'll talk it over, and we'll figure out what you think the Mets are going to do, and I'll disagree with it most likely. Because you're going to be very high on them.
Yeah.
And I'm very low on them. So I'm sure we can...
low on them no matter what is the thing. Like, I wonder if me and you didn't do a podcast and you didn't Mets bash, if you'd actually feel that way about the Mets.
I swear, look, my uncle used to be best friends, or good friends, I'll say, with Doubleday. Like, I used to sit behind the dugout at Met games, but in that little Doubleday seats. Like, I was face-to-face with Mets growing up. picnic area. We would get to go meet all the players in the Subway Series games. Like, I'm not a Met hater, but it's just the Mets do everything they possibly can to lose, and at some point, you have to just be like, yo, I'm out. Like my uncle was he still is a huge Met fan, but I tell him all the time, like, you want to root for a team that tries to lose? Like, they make all the wrong moves. Name the last move the Mets made that you're like, wow, what a great move. Thank God.
Great move?
You can't even think about it.
No, the last great move was bringing up Cespedes for those 2 months to get to the World Series. That's the last great move they made.
What year was that?
Move. 2015, 16-ish, going in.
All right, so now we're going on a half a decade since the last great
2016.
move. And before that, what would you say the best move before that was?
I don't know. I can't remember years.
I mean, they don't make many good moves, the Mets. Name the last trade they made where you're like, wow. Or the last signing they made, you were like, wow.
Oh, they said that about
last signing? That would be it. I mean, they haven't made any good trades.
I mean, I know, war signings. They got Cano. That was a good one.
Hate Cano.
They got Edwin Diaz. He lit it up.
That was a good idea at the time.
Look, he said, that was a good idea at the time.
Oh, you know what their best
we
one?
got him when he was in the leader of saves. It wasn't like we got him years later. The Mets finally went after a guy right when he was good, but apparently he was never good. I don't know.
Dan said he'll take the over on 30 games. I would probably take it. I just have to look and see exactly the format of everything. 60-game season. I need to see how likely it is, who they're playing, because I really don't have any idea who's in each league. I know it's the East and the...
Ryan Mapes says they're not going to win 30. They're going to win 30. They're going to win 30. There's no way they're going 500 or less. There's no way.
Bro,
first of all,
I need to see who's in the Mets league. John, can you pull it up, please? Who are the Mets going to be playing?
They play the Orioles a couple times.
Like, do they have schedules released or no?
Yeah.
Oh, so if they have schedules released, let me know, John. And I'll go through right now. I will go through and I'll predict right here on the show. I'll tell you exactly what the New York Mets record is going to be this year.
MLB has them. MLB.com has them at 33-27. Dan Rocco, even though it's a question mark, he's thinking 35 games. I don't know.
All right, let's go. John, give me their schedule.
All right. So you want me to go game by game, like
Series. How many against them?
Okay, so they open blue home. Okay, home 3-game series to the Braves.
3 games to the Braves. 1-2 record. Next.
4 with Boston. 2 home.
What are you
2
talking
away.
about?
4 with Boston.
Yep.
Boston.
2 home, 2 away.
Who's Boston's ace right now?
I don't know.
Would be Eron?
I don't like Boston. I say they split the series 2-2. Now they have a 3-4 record. Next.
Okay.
Another 3-game series with Atlanta.
Atlanta again, another 3-game series.
Away.
It doesn't matter home or away this year. They're 1-2 in that series. Now we're looking at 4-6. Next.
2 games with Washington.
0-2 against Washington. Now we're 4-8. Next.
0-2 against Washington. What are you talking about?
What?
Washington stinks, man.
Washington stinks?
Stinks. Without my boy on that team. Stinks. Straight stinks. They go from Rendon to Keyboom. No, thank you.
How about Scherzer and Strasburg?
Who cares?
Oh, my
Who
God.
cares? Throw any of them against DeGrom in that series right there, that's a loss.
Hold on. We're going to continue. So now we're at what, John?
I don't know what
4-8. Next.
4-8.
4-8.
3 games with the Marlins.
3 games with the Marlins. They take 2 of those. So now they're 6-9. Next.
4 games with Washington.
4 games at Washington. I think Washington owns them this year. So they're 6-8. Now they are 7-11. Next.
All right. This is ridiculous. No.
3 with
one more.
Philly. I think they go 2-1 against Philly. Now they are 9-12.
4 with Miami.
4 with Miami. I think they go 3-1. So now they are 12-13.
3 with the Yankees.
3 with the Yankees. They go 1-2. So now they are 13-15.
3 with the Marlins.
3 with the Marlins. They go 2-1. So now they are 15-16.
3 with the Yankees.
3 with the Yankees. I think they even up the series with the Yankees. So now they go 2-1. So now they are 17-17.
2 with the Orioles.
2 with the Orioles. I think they split because the Orioles play good for some reason against good teams.
All right, just by the way, all
Or
the stuff you're
decent
doing
teams.
means that nobody, they're never going to have a streak.
Hold on.
Lose. They're never
18
gonna
or
lose more than
18.
one,
18 and 18. Next.
4 with the Phillies.
4 with the Phillies. Phillies split the series. So now we are looking at 20 and 20. Next.
2 with Baltimore.
2 with Baltimore. They sweep them on that. Now they are 22 and 20. Next.
3 with Blue Jays.
3 with the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays go 2 and 1 against them. So now they are 21 and 20. Next.
Filthbomb eyes.
We're almost
Is that
done.
right? 21 and 20, I think.
I think so.
3 with the Phillies.
Phillies sweep them now. They are 21 and 23.
3 with the Braves.
3 with the Braves. 2 and 1 for the Braves. So they are 22 and 25. This is where it gets ugly, guys.
3 with the Rays.
This is where it gets
3 with the
ugly.
Rays. Rays beat them 2 to 1. So now you are looking at 22 and 27. Next.
4 with the Nationals.
They split with the Nationals. They are 26 and 29.
That's it. So we must have...
We missed some games. Bottom line is, yeah, I'm pretty confident on the 30 game bet. I'll take
So then
that.
make the bet.
I'll take that.
So you got 250 with Dan.
It's got to
Rocco
be
over
30 and a half. 30 and a half because I don't want any pushes.
Right, so you have to. So 30 and below, you win. 31 games or more, Dan wins. Yes? Is that what we're doing?
Well, how many games did we have on that when I had the final record?
You're 30 and under for sure. What are you talking about?
60. We just must have miscounted.
No, but how many did we... What was our record on that?
Oh, you had 26 and 29, I think. Was it?
It's going to come close either way.
Yeah, I know. I would like to set the under at 31 games. That's what I would like to do it. I
Now
think
that means he has to win 32. That's a big jump now.
no, but we could push because if they win 31, nobody wins.
So then you can push. Make the over-under at
Yeah.
31.
Instead of 30 and a half, I think 31 should be it. Because I think it's going to
Dan.
come right around there. It's going to be right at that mark.
Dan, what do you think? Before he, well, because he was good with 30 and a half. So that's a big difference. Dan, we accepting this bet at 31 games? 31 pushes, 32 wins it for you.
Yeah, and
30.
either way, they're
Right.
not going to make the playoffs with that record, 31 and 29.
Of course. What are you kidding? No, 31 games they're not. They're going to
Yeah.
have to win 33 games to make the
Yeah.
playoffs. Right, so it's really do or die.
All right, I'm in on
Okay.
250. I'm in on 250 on that bet.
I'm witness. Everybody watching.
That's
witness.
a bet.
250. Okay, 31 is a push,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
31's
31
push.
is a push.
So, John, how many
30 and
games did
below
they have
you win?
against the Marlins?
A lot. Marlins, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 games with the Marlins.
Okay, so the Marlins, if the Marlins
10 out
could,
of 60.
yeah, if they could win 3 of those games, the Marlins, I'm looking good.
All right, whatever. Well, I don't care about your strategy. The point is, bet is final. Yes.
Yes.
30 and below, you win. 32 and above, Dan wins. 31's a push. Yes.
Yes, I'm in 100%.
All right, it's final. That's it. Done. Oh, that's a good question. I never even thought of that. Michael Moore says, "What happens if the season doesn't make it to the end?"
Then the game's null and void.
Okay, they have to play 60 games. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, even
Now-
if one gets rained out, nope, doesn't count.
But okay, this is the stipulation. What if the Mets have 32 wins, but they play 59 games?
No. Has
Why
to be
not?
a full season.
But he already won. What's the difference?
Doesn't matter. Then the season didn't count. It wasn't a full 60 games.
Oh, come on. That's Bush League right there. That's a loophole I don't like at all.
Nope, bet contingent on 60 games.
Okay, fine.
games
Bet
help
contingent
you.
on 60 games. Dan Rocco's with it. Fine. All right. Has to play 60. Yeah, see, he says that's absurd too.
Why?
Because what happens? Because it happens all the time.
Also, then
where
if we
teams
don't
might-
make it to 60,
Yeah.
I win automatic too then if they don't have 32 wins. That's fair? Since I had the under?
No, because they already went over. You can't go backwards. They're not
Okay,
gonna
but
lose games.
so basically he's got to made each
I just-
way. You can only win if they go under. You can't if they play less, but
See,
you can't
Dan Rocco's
lose.
not in for that either. I don't blame him. Listen, honest truth, even regular seasons when they have some teams that only play 161 or even 160 because they already made it. They don't have to travel and play the other game. It happens. It doesn't mean you go backwards and they lose games because of it. If he hits 32 wins, he's taking the over.
All right, so let me ask you this: what if they play 59 games
Yeah.
and they only win 30 games? I don't win that bet now because they didn't play 60 games? It works both ways, baby.
Well, yeah, because they could get the 31 and it would be a push.
Yeah, so what's the matter? I should still have a shot.
Yeah, I guess you sort of have a point there in a weird way.
Thank you.
But it's a loophole. But it's a loophole way.
Look,
I don't like that.
According to you guys, the Mets are going to win 39 games, so it shouldn't matter.
It's not the point. It's not the point. You have to cover all bases because, as you could see, you never know. Listen, I have a $5-1 bet, $1,000 bet with my cousin, right? That the Knicks are not going to make the playoffs in 5 years.
Okay,
They're
fine.
not
How's
gonna
this?
make it.
How about
5
this?
years. And they almost got screwed. They almost got in because extra teams got invited, and I would have got beat.
If statistically the Mets are out of it when the Mets don't have a chance, right? Or even if there's 5 games left and the Mets are 5 games out from winning and it gets canceled,
Yeah.
I win. If unless it's because they're not going to win 5 straight, so it has to be reasonable. So if it ends short and they're not within reason, like there's 4 games left and they only had to win 1 game, I win.
See, Ed Thibault, listen what he says. The incidental games at the end might not even get played because they don't have to and not going to make the playoffs. I don't know. And Toronto, once they hit 32 wins, the bet is over. Number of games is irrelevant. See, that's what I'm saying.
But then
when you have the
then he
over,
has
you want, you
protection.
win.
So he has protection because if they don't go the whole year and they're crap in the bed, then the bet's null and void. That's fair.
Can I just give you an example? I'm not going to give you an answer. I want to give you an example of something that really happened. Okay, to me personally, I had a what do you call it? A parlay like years ago. This was like in the year 2000, and I'll never forget. If anybody remembers this, because it only happened once. Okay, it was Wisconsin and somebody else. I don't remember who. There was like 8 minutes left in the game, and the over already hit. Apparently, where they were playing, somebody crashed into like a transformer, and all the lights and everything went out at the game. The game was stalled out for like 2 hours, so they just called it because like Wisconsin was one of those ass-kicking games. They were up like 45-3, right? At one point, all the parlays and everything were just refunded, and people were flipping out that they already hit the over. What the hell's the difference if they play the rest of the 8 minutes or not? And Vegas actually honored it and paid out the over in that game. And that's exactly in this situation.
But I'm just saying,
They're
I would like
over and they don't
protection
play
as
because
well.
of COVID.
So if there's 10 games left and the Mets need to win all 10 of those games in order to beat the record, I should win still. They're not mathematically in it still. They're not going to win those 10 games, all 10 of them. That's my point I'm trying to make. It could only hurt me, this bet. This bet could only hurt me.
No.
By the season ending early.
If they play 60.
Yeah, it can't. Not if it does. If they don't play 60, I'm saying. I have no upside if they don't play 60. Because they're always going to mathematically be in it, right? You could always win out your next 18 games.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, I get it. You have to finish it out. But what I'm saying is this. If he already wins the over and they stop playing games, the bet's over.
All right, I like this. Agree. So the Mets have to finish 1 game over 500 because that's what I put my bet at, 31 and 29.
Okay. No, that's a push.
Yeah. So that means they would have to finish over 500, 2 games over to win, no matter what the season is. And if they finish 2 games on, if they don't finish 2 games over, I win. I think that's fair. So if they play 12 games.
Yeah, Ryan Mapes, exactly. He goes, he's glad he started the 30-win thing. Yeah, this turned into a huge headache. All right, so is the bet on or is it off?
If we could get the correct stipulations and...
Yeah, you see, this makes sense to me. This is where I don't understand what you're saying, Steven. Because Dan Rocco says, listen, if the Mets go 32-0 to start the season and then it gets canceled the rest of the way, he already won. And
okay,
I agree with
now
you.
let me ask you this. What if they go 0-28 and it gets canceled? They're mathematically still in it.
See, that's funny. That's funny. That's true, though. I get it, what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. What if they're 10-20 to start the season? It's like, oh no, we were the second best team in the NL last year.
All right, so
we were turning it on, obviously.
This is where I play mediator then. If the 32 games he hits and they don't play anymore, he already wins because it already went over. There has to be some sort of way to counteract that, or if it stays under for you. How could that be?
Thank you.
No, I get it. But we have to think of something. The bet has to go on.
I don't know. Let's change the subject for now. Ed's right.
Yeah, I hear you.
So what else is on the agenda before we head out? That was a fun talk, though.
I don't know. That was one of those things. You know what kind of talk that was? That was one of those talks where, like, when two people are talking on a mass text and nobody else gives a crap.
Yeah, but it was fun.
You know what I mean?
It was fun.
We should have
for
just
the time
kept it
being.
between me, you, and Dan. But whatever. All right, what else are we discussing here? Talk about Zion in the bubble?
Nah, Zion on the bubble, yeah, his value's not going to get hurt. Move on from that, too. That's being so overblown.
Okay. Breaks. What's going on with breaks?
Breaks,
today?
we have all Pick Your Team Baseball posting today. Is Tier 1 full, John?
4 teams left.
4 teams left in Tier 1. Then we're going to be posting up some Bowman's Best. No, not Bowman's Best. Finest. We got some good breaks today. We have some really good breaks.
Is Finest going to be more than one case?
No. One case, pick your team. And then I'm going to do a few randoms with 2018, 2019, and 2020 Finest. So that's going to be fun.
Gotcha.
So,
all right. Also, where's 30 minutes? We've been talking about this bet for 30 minutes.
that's what I'm saying. It was a bad subject today. That's what happens when you don't have a podcast director.
No, we have a podcast director.
Our
he's been
podcast
doing a good
director
job.
took the
What's
job
up
for
with that?
3 days. And then he
No, what are you
left.
talking about?
He couldn't take you anymore,
Yeah.
Lou.
No, you want to know something, though? I think he's on vacation or something. I'm serious. I think he said he was going to be gone Thursday and Friday of this week.
All right, we'll play it by ear.
But the good news is this. When he was doing the storyboards, we were structured and everything was looking half decent. So hopefully he'll be back by Monday. Otherwise, we're going to get canceled.
I mean, I'm about to cancel us.
No, we can't.
Honestly, I'm about to can us.
We can't. Never.
All right, we're out of here. We're out, Lou.
Okay, fine. But listen, we need to start getting the notifications back across the board so it actually keeps accurate data.
Yes,
for us.
something's wrong. I don't know what's wrong, but something's wrong.
That too!
Bless you, man.
That's a COVID sneeze right there.
All right, guys, on that note, on behalf of myself, Stephen Michael, Louis Zolo, Filthbomb Breaks, and all other brands associated with the Filthbomb brand, we want to thank you for giving us the opportunity and allowing us to broadcast for you live today on the Filthbomb Podcast. And until the next break, till the next Casebox Pack or podcast, we're signing off saying, sayonara, bro, Tani's. Catch you on the flip side, yo.